Hi everyone, this is Crafty Decoria here, and today I will be sharing the Summer Edition Goodwill Challenge hosted by Hillary from My So-Called Home. So please check out her channel. I will post a link in the description box below. So with the Goodwill Challenge, you take $5 and go to the Goodwill, the Salvation Army, a thrift store, and you find stuff for the specific season. I live in a small town and decided to visit my local thrift store, which many times I find better deals than the larger Goodwill, Tilly's, Value Village stores. So I found items for beach decor. So all of my items are here together, and they totaled $4.75 as there was no tax. So I'm going to show you the items that I purchased. I found these really great, I believe they must be plate chargers. Anyways, there were two of them and they were $1 each. I also I purchased this sign, and I already had these because I had previously purchased them from the Dollar Tree. But because I wanted to keep with this thrift store and what I was going to be putting together for this challenge, I did find another one and I purchased it for 75 cents. I also was super excited when I found this bottle with the cork top, and I purchased this for $1. I then found a bag of seashells, which again I believe comes from the Dollar Tree because I have purchased these before and there was no tag, but it's packaged very similar. But I did pick these up for 50 cents. And then the last thing that I picked up, which again I have purchased from the Dollar Tree, was this LED candle, and I purchased it for 50 cents. So these were the items that I purchased for the Goodwill Challenge, and I'm going to be putting them together to show you how I will be using this in my home. Now there were a few items that I used that I already had just to kind of put this piece together. And they are the backing of a picture frame that had broken apart, and usually when that happens I like to keep these and then use them for projects like this. I'm also going to be reusing a tin can that had some beans in them. I also had some broken off wooden stems, but you can also get them from your backyard. It's a free decor. And then the last thing is this Epsom salts that I will be using inside of the glass jar. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put this together, and again how I will be displaying this in my home. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so the first thing I did was I wiped both of the wooden plates off to get all the dust off. Now I am just going to apply some E6000 glue to the edge of the one plate, and as well some hot glue, and then I will just place the two of them together and let that dry. And I'm just placing them so that the grain is going the same way. Okay, so as you can see, the two wooden chargers have dried together, and you can also see the glue that's in between the two chargers. And I normally like to give my projects a really nice finish, so I had some jute twine rope on hand, and all this is the Dollar Tree jute twine. I cut 3 even lengths, made a knot, braided the rope, and then made a knot at the end. And I'm just going to glue this in between the two chargers, as I said, to give it a nicer finish look. Okay, so now I have just taken the shells out of the bag, And what I'm going to do is I have this tin can that had some beans in it, and I'm going to reuse it. And I'm just going to be gluing the shells all around the can. Okay, so I have put all my, or hot glued my seashells onto the metal can. However, when I glued the shells on, there were the gaps in between the shells, and you could see the metal can underneath. Now, I didn't want that look. I wanted the can to be covered up with something. So what I did was I just put some Epsom salt in a bowl. And what I did was I took my hot glue gun and then I applied some glue where the gaps were, so in between the seashells. Then I just took some Epsom salt and then sprinkled that on top of the glue. Just press it down. And then I tip it over and then just shake the excess Epsom salt off. And what it does is it just fills in the space in between the seashells, and you no longer see the metal can underneath. And I just think it gives it a really pretty look. So I'm just going to end up finishing this last piece, but I did do the rest of the can, and I really am so happy with how it turned out. A little tip, once I finished sprinkling on the Epsom salt in between the seashells and the cracks, I just took my hairspray and I gave it a really nice coat. This way it just helps to keep the Epsom salt in place. Mind you, you will get some falling off, but it really does help to keep it on there a little bit better. As well, my LED candle from the Dollar Tree, the battery operated LED candle, it is a little bit short, and I wanted to make it look a little bit taller. So all I did was I took a glass mason jar and I placed it inside the can. This way, when I place my LED candle on the inside, then it looks a lot taller than it really is. Okay, so next I'm going to take my beach plaque and I'm going to take the backing of an old picture frame that I had that fell apart, and I'd like to keep these for different DIYs whenever I need them, such as the case for today's summer Goodwill challenge. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark off where I want my back to sit. Just going to mark that, and then I will put a little bit of glue and then I'll just open up that little flap and then lightly put it in place, and then I'll just hold that until the glue dries. And it should stand in place. Okay, so now the next thing I have to do before I put all my items together is actually fill this glass jar or bottle, and so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. What I was actually thinking of, however, I'd have to keep the cork off, is to get a few little guppies and then just kind of make it like a little aquarium. I think that that would look really cute. However, I do like the cork, but I mean, you could do something like that, or you could fill it up with candy or mints. There's really tons of things that you can do. But for today, I'm just going to add some Epsom salt. Okay, so I had a few shells left over, and I'm just going to kind of just throw them in there like that. Then I have a few sticks that I just picked up from outside. So now I'm going to go ahead and put all my pieces together and show you what I came up with for the $5 Goodwill challenge hosted by Hillary at My So-Called Home. Okay everyone, so here are all the items that I purchased for the $5 Summer Edition Goodwill Challenge, placed all together, and I absolutely love how this turned out. I love the wood from the plate charger, the burlap from the wall plaque, and the cork in the bottle. They just all work so nicely together, and I couldn't be more pleased with how this turned out. If you look where the wall plaque is, there was actually a piece of jute twine, just a loop, that was actually most likely to be able to hang the wall plaque on the wall. I just took that out and I repurposed the raffia that actually tied the bag with the seashells. I just thought that it looked a lot prettier, and I just love it. So I would like to thank Hillary from My So-Called Home for hosting this challenge. This is the second one that I've participated in, and I have so much fun actually going out and looking for the items and then putting them together. And I will post the link to Hillary's channel in the description box below, so please go and check out her channel. As well, check out the other participants who participated in this challenge. They are all great, and perhaps you may yourself participate in one of Hillary's challenge in the future. So I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, guys, take care, and I hope to catch you in my next video. Bye-bye.